we get an early Dan Shardo. And, Coach, hey, get a big high five on that one, Coach. And I tell you what, we talked about it kind of candidly off the air before, and we'll bring it to a little bit of light. The question mark, what we want to find about this team is, do you have the toughness to go on the road and get it done? Showed a lot today.
We sure did. I'm really proud of our guys out here today. I thought we had so many different guys step up in different moments of that game. Obviously, Taryn hit a lot of big shots. Martise hit the bank shot that sent us to overtime. But it wasn't just those guys. We had tons of guys throughout the game make really big plays, tough plays, plays that like we said, we wondered if we were ready for that step, and hopefully now this tells us that we can go on the road and do that.
Well, a big improvement in a number of areas that I think you look at as an offensive coach would be the turnovers. You just had 8 turnovers. Yeah. You forced Ferris into 17, and Ferris is an outstanding defensive team, very athletic, and to have that type of performance, you don't win unless you keep it under 10 turnovers, and you did it.
We did. We emphasized that, since our last couple games. We've really been harping on taking care of the ball, doing a better job there. And Ferris they're darn athletic. They got rim protectors. We weren't shooting the ball very well in the paint. Tyler Stern was 3 for 13, got a lot of good looks in there, but man, they got 6'10" guys in there that are challenging every shot. But we took care of the ball. We had 22 assists on 31 made baskets. That's really good. It means we're sharing the basketball, and that's what we preach. 22 assists to 8 turnovers, and then we forced them into 17. And I thought Austin Gardner had, I'm not sure how many steals he ended up for.
Well, it
looks like, but he got his hands on a lot more than just 4 there, and he was outstanding defensively.
Yeah, I think they missed a few steals there, but a lot of adversity in this game. I thought there were some calls that didn't go our way. I thought certainly then in the overtime period, Austin goes down with an injury, and it looks like he's okay over that. That's good to see. You then have to have Ricardo come in. He makes one of them. You need a stop. Your sophomore, gets in there and makes a tough play that a senior usually makes. You got to be proud of that.
Yeah, you're talking about Kat Singleton there at the end, getting the rebound and getting fouled. And, I was, when Austin went down with the injury, the rule, and maybe you talked about it on there, they get to pick who they want to shoot, and they picked Rick, and he rimmed the first one in and out, and, he got the next one to roll in for him. So I was really happy for him there. And then Kat came in and got a huge rebound and got fouled and came down and knocked them both in. And then Nick Rusatz came in the game and didn't play a lot up to that point and was engaged in the huddle. And Coach talked about that. He didn't talk long in there. He did his little dance with the guys. And then, he talked about Nick being engaged in the huddle, and we wanted to foul there at the end. And Nick came in and did a really good job of that. So, that's why I say it's a total team effort from a lot of different guys, which is really what this program's all about.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Your big guns as well stepped up, and you needed it. You talked about it at Grand Valley State. You needed it. You wanted it. You wanted a big performance from Taryn, and I think he did it. Now, the 27 points, maybe that's a little bit more than he's normally going to get, but I thought he was tough defensively. I thought he did the job on the glass.
That's who he can be as a player, and he sometimes undervalues himself as a player and isn't quite as assertive and aggressive as we want him to be, and we challenged him on that. I know Coach had a talk with him, and boy, did he ever rise to the occasion. From the onset, I thought he was dialed in and ready to go, and he made a lot of big baskets for us, obviously. But more than that, I thought he was engaged defensively and on the glass, and he had 4 offensive rebounds. A lot of those came late and kept possessions alive where we got scores. So he played an outstanding game.
Well, Zach Haken's just a sophomore, and I'm certain, without saying, I don't need to check with anybody, he's the best big man in the region. He might be the best big man in the Big Ten. I don't know. But 14 points, 14 rebounds, and I came impressed with how our sophomore battled him in there. I mean, you're giving up 3 or 4 inches in there, giving up a little bit of athleticism and Alex battled him toe-to-toe and comes away with a nice performance.
Really did. That's Alex's defense is ahead of his offense right now, and he is a really good defender in there. He's got long arms. He's strong. He's got good timing. He really battled that kid. That kid is really long, and he's pretty good. He's got a good feel, and Alex did an outstanding job, and so did our guards at helping down. And on when he put the ball on the floor. We gave up a few threes doing that, but we also got quite a few deflections and got them out of the rhythm a little bit there. And then Stern had to guard him for quite a while and did a pretty good job himself.
Well, and who would have thought? 32 points in the paint for Finley. We haven't had a number like that really all season, especially against a team like Ferris State, and then 22 points off of turnovers. For Coach, life on the road is much happier when you get a victory, and this is a big one, and you needed it to get the split on this road trip. It's a tough trip, and now we get to go back to Croy, and Northwood is a team that has a lot of changeover, but they got a big win on Thursday, and they're come to town looking to do something. Yeah,
they I think they lost. I'm not sure if it was at the buzzer to Ashland. They graduated a decent amount from last year, so I'm not quite as familiar with their personnel from top to bottom yet. But it's a GLIAC opponent from the North Division. It'll be a tough test, I'm sure. But it's going to be nice to be back at home. Like you said, it's winning on the road's not easy. Sometimes, you're never happy with any kind of losses. But obviously, after you lose Thursday, we kind of felt like this was almost a must-win for this trip for us. And, we got out of here with a W.
Congratulations, Coach. We'll see you on Thursday.
Thanks, Jason.
That's assistant coach Dan Shardo. Appreciate him joining after the ball game. Win or lose every